You're watching Boone TV News, Iowa's #1 high school news show.
Hello, Boone High. I'm Maddie Desher.
And I'm Tanner Frost, and welcome to the weekly news show.
The school year chugs along, and BTV is here for our coverage of Week 2. The annual Papabili Days festival is a big part of Boone's history.
Every year, many students and teachers are involved in the Saturday morning parade.
Zach Shepard was at the parade and has all the details on this event.
Over 100 years, Boone has celebrated our heritage with Papabili Days with multiple events, the parade being one of the most popular.
Papabili Days is a townwide celebration, and I think it's a really neat opportunity for us to take the marching band out and show people our spirit and to entertain the crowds.
Junior David Thomas enjoys watching the parade as much as being in it.
Being in the parade, is pretty fun at times. And for me, when I see my friends, I just jump in sometimes and they invite me in.
Mr. Truckenmiller and his marching band are a sight to see in the parade this year.
We take days out of our rehearsal schedule to march just around the streets. We also parade march on the way to the field pretty much every day.
Just hearing the marching band makes it seem as if they've been practicing much longer than they actually have.
But it's so early in the year. We only have 2 or 3 school weeks to actually get ready for it. So when we do prepare, it's some high-intensity practice.
From Boone TV, I'm Zach Shepard.
With the second home game of the football season in the books, the BHS band braved the weather for a unique halftime performance.
Here is Anthony Casati with a look back at the halftime show.
Marching band director Chris Truckenmiller decided to combine both the middle school and high school bands together for last week's game.
Well, Rose Kundle, the middle school teacher, and I thought it would be really nice to try to combine the bands and show how the middle school band and the high school bands can be connected. And we thought, why not do it with the marching band? We've done it with jazz band already, concert band, so we were excited about trying it with marching band.
Mr. Truckenmiller felt the performance went well and that the students did very well.
I was very pleased with the performance. We only had 1 rehearsal together, and it was raining, so we did it inside in the gym before the game. But the kids were great, and it was awesome to hear 150 kids on the field.
From Boone TV, this has been Anthony Casati.
With the school year moving along, the BHS drama team is prepping for their first play of the year.
With Mrs. Allen at the helm, Rachel Ryan looks into how the stage is being set.
This year, Caroline Salon has taken the role of new director for Boone High's theater program.
As a new play director, I'm looking forward to working with all of the students and also getting off to a really great start.
With the next performance of The Wizard of Oz, she's got her hands full.
We are going to do The Wizard of Oz, and I know it will be great. We have a lot of students involved.
The drama department has been excited for the upcoming musical, but with it comes a lot of necessary preparations.
If you are interested in theater, whether it's like tech or being an actor or anything at all, come and audition, come and try out, and come and help us if you can.
Don't forget that tryouts are next week, September 20th and 21st. We're looking forward to seeing the community filling the auditorium on opening night. This has been Rachel Ryan from Boone TV.
Mr. Voss is another new face at Boone High this year.
Chaslyn Stanfield visited the science department and met with the newest member of the BHS faculty.
Here is Chaslyn with the week's teacher feature.
This year, the Boone High Science Department has a new addition to its faculty. Mr. Voss will be teaching a familiar class along with a new one.
So this year I'm teaching chemistry, which is just a standard chemistry course. And I'm also teaching a new class I'm really excited about called Principles of Advanced Science, which is for students who want to get kind of a broad overview of science before they go on to chemistry or physics or other electives.
Mr. Voss has some big hopes for his students.
I would hope a visitor in my class would see students just coming up with their own ideas and getting excited about figuring out scientific ideas for themselves.
Sophomore Hallie Walker explains why Mr. Voss will be a great new addition to the teaching staff.
Mr. Voss brings a new fresh air into the class, and he He's really positive and he has a very good energy, and he really just makes us want to learn.
When they're in my science class, I want them to be doing science. I want them to be acting as scientists.
From Boone TV, this has been Chaslyn Stanfield.
Coming off a big win at their home opener, the Toreadors suited up again for the third game of the season.
The Iowa Falls Cadets came to a soggy Geppinger Field for the matchup.
Justin Elsner has your recap.
After having much success on the field against Bondurant 2 weeks ago, Boone looked to continue their dominance at home as they played Iowa Falls Alden this past Friday night. In the first quarter, both the Iowa Falls defense and Boone defense held their ground, but with 2 minutes left, the Toreadors found their way down the field with a big punt return from sophomore Tyler Casati. Boone ended the drive with senior quarterback Tanner Schminke connecting with junior wideout Mason Hulse over the middle for the first touchdown of the game. Iowa Falls answered back with a string of strong runs by Michael Kent. The Cadets capped the drive with a sneak from QB Ben Scad to tie the game. With time winding down in the first half, Boone moved the chains down the field. On this play, Schminke dropped back, then took off, putting the Toreadors in the red zone. Schminke ended the drive 3 plays later by bouncing outside and finding his way into the end zone. Boone went into the locker rooms, leading the Cadets 15-6. After halftime, the Toreadors continued grinding on defense by holding Iowa Falls and forcing consecutive punts. Boone's high-octane offense continued to flourish with 2 more touchdowns, one being from Schminke to senior Kay Moraine, and the other coming from Schminke himself. Boone took the W for the second straight week, with the final score being 29-6. From Boone TV, I'm Justin Elsner.
The Toreador volleyball team had another big conference match this past Thursday.
Taking on the Winterset Huskies at home, the girls look to continue to improve their record.
Corbin Waffle has the results.
On Thursday, September 8th, the Lady Toreadors squared up against the Winterset Huskies in a key conference matchup. In the first set, the Toreadors and Huskies traded points until senior Grace Craftston had a huge block, giving Boone the momentum. The Toreadors continued to build upon their lead with booming kills at the net. Boone took the first set 25-18. In the second set, Winterset took an early lead with a strong attack at the net, but Boone would come right back with some well-placed hits to take a commanding lead. The Toreadors didn't let up as senior Allie Swanson put on a show at the net. The Toreadors took set 2 25-12. In the third, the Toreadors continued their momentum as they took an early lead, but the Huskies were not done yet and came storming back with a strong attack at the net. But the Toreadors came right back behind junior Claire Sandvik's attack at the net and won set 3 25-21 in the match by a score of 3-0. Allie Swanson and Claire Sandvik led the team with 8 kills apiece. You can catch the Lady Toreadors back in action at the Forest City Invitational on September 17th. For Boone TV, I'm Corbin Waffle.
The BHS girls swim team has had much success during the last several seasons.
Ben Wiebold visited the BHS pool to check in on how the girls are preparing for the 2016 campaign.
3 weeks of practice this preseason, the Boone swimming team is continuing their hard work to ensure the winning season.
We came in and swam a lot of yards and just getting a good base under our belt, and we've put together a pretty good team, brought in a lot of good freshmen this year.
Is continuing their hard work to ensure a winning season. Maddie Santee, a state qualifier for the 200-meter medley, has set goals for herself and her team for this season.
I think our main goal this year is to win conference, and I think our second goal would be make it to state in more events than just the medley relay.
Anne-Marie DeVries, also a state qualifier, says the off-season work is paying off for the team.
We did a lot of training in the off season with doing ACAC and just practicing a lot, so we're a lot stronger going into the season at the beginning.
The Boone swimming team is off to a 6-0 start and hopes to keep going strong. This has been Boone Wiebold signing off.
Sometimes when movies start to burn you out, it's nice to find something new to get into. This week, 2 guys have something a bit different.
Since a major release in video games is coming out this week, Here's Jason and I as we decided to review NBA 2K17. How's it going, BHS? I'm Guy 1.
And I'm Guy 2.
And we're throwing it down in the paint this week.
With football starting up, the NBA still remains king in the eyes of many as the anticipated NBA 2K17 releases on the 16th.
We decided to ball up on the sticks while prepared to destroy Jason when the full game releases.
But for now, we can just practice getting beat in the demo, which we took the chance to review.
Here's the lowdown. With the chance to literally be in the game, this long-time basketball series is more immersive than ever.
This year, 2K17 allows users to scan their face with their mobile device and put it on their created player. Results were unexpected, but in the end, I ended up looking not that bad. This new feature is only one of many, with core gameplay remaining strong. Your player's story starts out as you choose a height and position to play.
After choosing a college to play at, I personally chose Michigan State in the Big Ten. I went through my journey to win a national championship before the NBA draft. With a variety of new cutscenes and additions to make the story better, it's definitely an upgrade over the dumpster fire that was the journey from last year.
Another big feature that 2K has confirmed to have added an expansion of My GM and My League. With the expansion, you are able to have a maximum of 36 teams in a league with a mix of regular, historic, and custom.
With what 2K Sports has let us play so far, it's shaping up to be a much better game than last year's edition.
But that's not to say it's without flaws.
Pros of 2K17 include the authenticity of the overall game and atmosphere is much more improved over previous versions. The story is much better and actually immerses you in the decisions, and the game still looks and plays silky smooth.
However, the game engine still suffers from the same problems it always has. Messy animations like catching a ball and walking out of bounds are here to stay, and the demo could have offered a little more in terms of what it had. An exhibition mode would have been nice.
We settled on 7.5 virtual Jasons out of 10.
Overall, NBA 2K17 scores well, but isn't the perfect basketball game we're looking for.
And there you have it. We were two guys dishing out a dime of a review on NBA 2K17, which comes out on the 16th.
See you next week in the halls and on the court, and have a great day, BHS.
Thank you for watching this week's news show. Don't forget to check back next week for all the latest news and happenings in Boone High.
While you wait for next week's news show, make sure to follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and like and share our stories on Facebook.
And now, BHS, stay safe,
stay cool,
and we'll see you next week.